A very warm welcome to the Sahel Bulletin from wherever you might be watching us from. My name is T. Kingara, and we are going to track the developments that are happening across the continent. But first, we have to switch gears to South Africa. There's a quiet panic that is sweeping across the borders of the most developed country in Africa. Now, from the streets of Durban, Johannesburg to Pretoria, ordinary citizens have turned into border patrol enforcers. Now, it's a wave of anti-migrant sentiment that has escalated into a community-organized patrol demanding identity documents from anyone who is deemed as a foreigner. You know, it's not even about the opportunities that these South Africans are really demanding for. Remember, before these immigrants came to South Africa, we still had the whites and we still have the Indians. Okay, but now apparently they have turned their fingers and now they've started pointing the immigrants. Now, immigrants, those are people from other countries, and it's not only immigrants but African immigrants. Anybody who has come from a country like Nigeria, Mozambique, Malawi, and so forth. And what amazes me most is that this thing is being done by ordinary citizens. Local citizens, are doing this search to find for these immigrants that have come into South Africa. But my worry is, what is the South African government doing about it? Because they have been so slow about it. It's like they're taking action, it's not like they're taking action. And as a result, this kind of group now have morphed into something that it can be unmanageable if this goes forth. Now, it's a movement that was called March to March, and it was initiated by the South Africans themselves. Now, with the South Africans, they believe that these foreigners, they came and took their opportunities, of which is wrong. I just think these people have a problem with their mindset. And now they're just using these illegal foreigners as a scapegoat. Now, when you look at some of these videos, you can see the type of confrontation that these South Africans are having, or this group that is chasing people away that they're having. A Nigerian entrepreneur who came to South Africa more than 5 years ago. Now, he has established this business, and now today they are telling him to leave the country and go back to his country. When the Nigerian guy asks them that, what happens to this business? What about the people that have already employed, the 35 South African employees who are still working in this shop? What happens to their family when I close this shop down? And these guys, they, without even an iota of remorsefulness, they tell him point blank, it's none of his business. Now, one thing I can tell, according to these people who are marching, clearly is that probably they have never built anything by themselves. Probably they have never started a business and failed. Most of the things I just feel like they just inherited. And now they feel bitter simply because some people came all the way and located an opportunity and made good use of that opportunity, and now these South Africans who feel like the illegal immigrants are the one taking up their space are frustrated. I just think this is not even, the issue is not about the immigrants. This is just about a frustration that I don't know where it's coming from, because clearly the government is not even intervening. Something is a bit off here, really. We got laws. I know we've got the immigration department in South Africa. This is the department that is involved in allowing foreigners or people into the country. I just wonder, at what point does it become the business of local citizens to take up this responsibility? And the government is not even doing nothing about it. I mean, they are roughing people up in the streets. They are beating them up, In the Sahel, we are really trying to make things work. And yet, somehow, somewhere down in the south of Africa, we still have chaos. I can tell you that there's nothing dangerous than having an unstable neighbor. He's like a loose cannon. I mean, he can shoot any direction. Just pray God he doesn't shoot your direction, but then you can't live your life to chances. Now the deadline is almost. You can fight all you want. You can chase all the immigrants in South Africa and they will leave you those businesses. But one thing I can tell you, unless you change your mindset, you will never achieve anything by force. Nobody grows rich by force. You can't be rich by force. And if you get rich by force, then trust you me, you will not have peace. It's a two-way traffic. You got to choose your poison here. Please. We are working so hard in the Sahel to make things, at least to have a united Africa. But then we can't have this thing When will it even be like Africa will become a one country? If these things are happening in South Africa. Now, South Africa, some of the I don't want to say all the South Africans, but this group that is in South Africa that is trying to paint a bad image to South Africa, I just wonder what will happen if you become a one nation? Because the only thing that is separating Africa are the borders. But clearly you can see there's an issue with the borders. Anyway, I don't want to take it any further. I just want to hear your comments on this issue. I know it's almost coming to an end, but it's something that is disturbing Africa. This is not the right direction to uniting Africa. Let's pray for South Africa and those guys who think that chasing the illegal immigrants will save them or will, make their lives better. Joke's on you. Thank you so much for your time. Always keep it Sahel Bulletin.